It's so nice to meet you both. Can you tell our listeners what does spirituality means for the both of you? What does it contain for you?
For me, it's something that's present in my everyday life. I think it's, at least for us, it's important to have the spirituality also in the everyday life where we can be present all the time. And experiencing life from that perspective, where we are in contact with who we are, in communication with the angels, like we talk about. But that's up to each and every one.
And for you, Lisa?
Yeah, I think it's about making me a whole person. Then I are in contact with both the energy part of me and my physical body, as what I say in my everyday life. That's the most important thing.
When did you become aware of spirituality and all the nice things that go along with it?
I think I knew already when I was very little. We both were, but I have to talk for myself. I was very sensitive when I was little, so I would take in all the emotions from other people. So if you were sad, or if anybody else was sad in the room, I would feel sad. Or if you had a pain somewhere, I would get pain. And I never knew if it was mine or if it's somebody else's. And I thought everybody had this. They knew what was lying underneath everybody's pretty smiles. Until the day I discovered that was really not the case. And then I tried to turn it off, which made me very lonely, and I lost my track in a way. And got very insecure because all my navigation systems were sort of turned down. But I was always very curious, so then I came back to the spirituality again. So I think from a very early age I've always been like that, but I didn't know that it was spirituality.
No, children don't. How was that for you? It was a similar story, you said?
Yeah, it's quite the same. I've been sensitive all my life, and combined with a huge curiosity. It has to be something more. Why on earth are we here on this earth? Is it, yeah.
But you had a contact with your guardian angel when you went?
Yeah, I had that contact when I was a kid. Everybody around me called it my fantasy friend, and I call her the girl. And whenever she was present, I was feeling just secure, and it makes me a whole person.
How wonderful! Why you and why not everyone?
I think at least as I see it, everybody has it, but somebody has more opening to it in some part of lives. And I closed it down for many, many years because I wanted to be like everybody else. So I closed the door and tried to be normal. And then it came back into my life. It's a bit like playing a piano. For somebody it's really easy, and somebody has to practice a little bit. But it's available for everybody.
Yeah. And now, what is your goal? I assume you both have sort of the same goal in life. What is it? Make people aware of spirituality or angels, or what's the goal?
I think what we do is we want to share something that had helped us tremendously in our lives. You have changed both our lives so much, and if we can change that with more and more people, so they
if
can.
We can share that, you mean?
Yeah. So share. I mean, share it with more people, so they can be able to find their own way in life.
Is that the reason why you wrote a book?
Yes, that's one of the reasons. But the main reason, I think, is to be present in life and to listen. And then when you listen, and then you start creating from that space, and then you get the joy and the love for who you are into your work, and it inspires you into different actions, I think. And then that's the amazing part with having an angel contact and the heart contact. Yeah.
I asked you just before, Elizabeth, why you and why not everyone? Is it a sort of, do you have to learn to tune into angels?
I think it's hundreds of possibilities of ways to try to meet angels. This is one way. I think everybody has to find their own way how to do it. But for me it was to have this, to create this silent room and to be in contact with angels from that perspective helped me a lot.
And that's also what we share in our book, Meet Your Guardian Angel, is different steps to get in contact with first your heart. It's a bit like your heart being a modem. If you have a computer, to get on the internet, you need a modem, and our heart is the modem, and us as individuals is like the computer. And then when we log on, when we get in contact with our heart, then we can get the oneness. Then you can, to get information, you can download different kinds of information. You can meet whatever you want to meet out there, but you have to have the connection to the modem, which is the heart. And that, from that perspective, you meet the oneness, or the field, the thing that we are all part of out there. Yeah.
It's a beautiful book. In Dutch it's called Ontdek, Beschermengel. You write a lot about meditation. Is that absolutely necessary to meditate?
And as we said before, it's a million ways of contacting your guardian angel. This is one way to do it. And the meditations we do in the book is a meditation you can do like half an hour in the morning if you like. But there's also tools that you can use during the day that we use right now, that we are connected to our hearts, to the ground, to the universe, and giving to ourselves in contact with our guardian angel. And that's a place that you can be throughout the day to help you be present in your life, to experience your true life in connection to your body.
It's a book full of tips to get this connection. When you write it down, it looks very easy. I think it's hard to. Do you need a sort of click that you understand what is necessary? When does that come? What do you need to do before you really get to understand it? Is it a difficult question?
You don't need to understand it. You have to experience it. That's two different things.
Too much in your head will not make it happen.
Exactly. Yes. I think you have to a little bit take away the intellect for a little while you experience this. Because we are so trained in being in our intellect and to see the solution and see the answer, but not knowing the answer, not experiencing the answer. And of course you need the intellect, but to practice, to open up more of the experiencing part, you need to let go of the intellect for a little while before it gets stable again, or balanced with the experience.
Yeah, I think it's something about when you're putting the intellect away, give away a bit of the control energy, and to open up more and more to be in trust. And perhaps sometimes that is a bit challenge, because we are so, in a way, teach to have control of things. And to let that go perhaps makes us vulnerable, but that's just a change.
Feel more, let go, and practice?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very good.
Yeah. I understood. That's good. You have an education center on spirituality in Oslo, yes, in Norway. What do you teach there?
Yeah, the first year we do readings, soul-to-soul communication. The second year is about healing, different kind of healing techniques, and the third year is a touch method. And through all the 3 years, we are in communication with angels. Yeah.
Is it something you could do in Holland as well sometime?
We're having a workshop here on Sunday, where we're going to have a touch of a few things.
Yeah. I meant the school. We will tell our listeners what's going to happen this weekend. I meant maybe a school, because you're very fond of Holland, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely. I like Holland very much. We don't have plans to move it abroad yet, but at some point maybe, we don't know. We'll see where the angels take us. Yeah.
Are there other plans for a new visit? I think everybody loves to see you all again.
Yeah, next week our next book is coming out in Norway. So hopefully it's coming out this spring in Holland, and then we come back again.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's good. Thanks a lot for talking to us. Thank you very much, Your Highness, and Elisabeth. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us.